back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Justin, aka Justin Laptop on Twitter, and I am here to make a video covering the 2017 Cup of China competition, the third in the Grand Prix series leading up to the 2018 Olympic Games in Korea. So it's a very exciting time right now, and I'm so excited to start discussing who will most likely make the Grand Prix final. Now, today's video will be a little different just because instead of speaking freely about the competition based on memory, I actually wrote down all of my thoughts on a Word document on my laptop. So I'm pretty much going to be reading off of that. I believe this method will help speed up my videos so they don't go on for as long, and it ensures that I don't forget to say anything that I really wanted to. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's start out by talking about the ladies' discipline. From Russia, Alina Zagitova won the title here. She made the leap from fourth after the short program to win the competition against some other strong performances. It was a close call, but she won due to her high technical scores, especially the short program where her technical score was the highest despite the fall on the Let's Loop combination. That was the case because she backloaded her program. No surprise there. Also, the loop was called under-rotated, which many people, including myself, disagreed with. Many of you know I'm not a fan of the backloading as it makes the program look so unbalanced, but I gotta say that at least her program is choreographed well to the music for the first half of her programs. She executes the choreography and expresses and interprets the music well, but you can also tell that her focus is on the jumps. And also, once the jumps begin, it almost seems like she becomes a robot, and the second half is very rushed. All in all, I don't enjoy the backloading, but I do prefer Alina over Evgenia. And Alina won in program component marks in the free program, but I would have given the edge in program components to Wakaba Higuchi of Japan, who won the silver medal here. I personally really wanted her to win, but I think she is the queen of double axels. They look so easy when she does them, and I'm expecting to see them become a triple sometime in the near future, potentially even next season. She also has some great difficult jump combinations. The triple Lutz triple toe is her money jump, and I'm glad that she does it in both programs. I also think she covers more ice than the other ladies, and that should be reflected in the program component marks. And I appreciate the fact that her program is not backloaded and seems less rushed than Alina's. I think she has the overall package and is making a statement of why she deserves to be on the Olympic team for Japan. And with the silver medal here and a bronze at Rostelecom Cup, her chances of qualifying for the Grand Prix final are pretty good but not set in stone. However, I'll be rooting for her. Then we have Elena Radionova, my guilty pleasure, from Russia, who won the bronze medal. And I think she got pretty lucky with some of the technical calls, especially in the short program. Some of her jumps looked under-rotated. Her arms are also quite distracting, especially before she enters the jumps, and that I noticed more in the free program. She was able to complete all of her jumping passes in that free program to secure the bronze medal, despite the lack of refinement in her overall skating. All in all, I do love her for the personality she is able to portray on the ice. She also seems to be making some progression as far as artistry, but the sport has changed so much since she won her world title back in 2015. The most prominent change is the emphasis on backloading the program to score more points, and that is something that her teammates have mastered. Is she improving enough to contend for a world medal? I'd say no, but I think she really wants to make the Olympic team, and it's definitely possible. Next up, we have Mai Mihara, fourth place finisher here, but she was very technically proficient in the free program. However, the judges were holding back ever so slightly in the program components, resulting in a third place finish in the free program, but fourth overall here at Cup of China. She should still be considered a worthy contender for the second Olympic spot for the Japanese team, though. And then we have her teammate Marin Honda. Watching Marin skate is like dreaming because she's so beautiful to watch and has great maturity for her age. Both programs were excellent, but unfortunately she received under-rotation calls in both segments of the competition. The short program had an under-rotation on the triple toe of her flip toe combination, which is the reason why she was in 6th after the short program. But Then again, she was also in a super deep field, so it made it hard for her to move up, even though she placed third in the free program segment. It also seemed like the judges were holding back on her program component marks as well, so same with teammate Mai Mihara. So that's something that's interesting to note. Then next up, we have my Canadian girl, Gabrielle Daleman. This was not a horrible competition for her, despite the low placement, but the deep field made it difficult for her to get on the podium, despite the ultra slight lead she had after the short program. The long program was far from perfect, but overall not bad. I love her Carmen short program, but the long needs some more choreographic work, in my opinion, especially in the second half of the program. We also have to remember that Gabrielle Daleman had to pull out of her Stars on Ice tour this summer to recover from a slight injury. So I'm not worried. I anticipate my girl Gabby peaking in the later half of the season. And then the last lady I will discuss will be from Russia, Elizaveta Tuktamisheva, 7th here, but a strong free program which included a ratified triple axel attempt. Overall, it was a decent effort from her. Okay, time to discuss the men, who were overall pretty messy, but there were also some highlights included. I'd say one of the major ones was Mikhail Kolyada from Russia winning here. He won this competition as a result of a fantastic short program, but a lackluster free skate with many mistakes, and Javier Fernandez not performing at his best due to a stomach flu. The Elvis Long program paled in comparison to Nicolas Nadeau of Canada last week. I got to see that skated live, and it was so energetic. It just wasn't the same from Mikhail. But let's give this guy some credit for landing the quad lutz. That was so beautiful when he did it as a solo jump in the short program, but he struggled with it in the long. He has now put himself in a deep field of men contending for an Olympic medal this season by earning over 100 points in the short program. So that is huge for Mikhail and for men's figure skating in Russia. We then have Boyang Jin of China, who won the silver, and I think this competition was a missed opportunity for him, as he could have had a great moment winning an event in his home country. His jumps were big, but not clean in either programs, and his free skate program was actually quite messy. He struggled with many of the jumps, including all of the quads, which is kind of surprising. He is known for being very technically proficient. He was 5th in the free, so his short program really helped him secure the silver medal, and he was even behind his teammate Han Yan in the free program segment. I don't think his skating was that great here, despite the fact that he is making tiny improvements to his artistry. I still saw on his face that it looked like he was focusing too much on the jumps. And speaking of Han Yan of China, he seems to be on the comeback, placing 4th in the free program. And that's actually a big step up for him, considering he did not even qualify for the free program at Worlds in 2016. That was really heartbreaking. And then next we have Max Aaron of the United States, and I would have to say the biggest surprise of the men's discipline was Max Aaron, not only for winning the bronze medal here, but placing 1st in the long program. He was able to do so by landing 3 quads in the free and showing small improvements to his artistry. Max is never going to be known as an artist on the ice, but we can give him credit for trying to improve that aspect of his skating. However, the most important part to him succeeding is landing those quad jumps, staying on his feet, and making sure they're rotated. Because that is the name of the game, and that's the game that Max Aaron is able to play, if he's clean. Who else is able to play that game is his teammate Vincent Zhou from the United States. He had an impressive quad lutz triple toe combination, which was so beautiful because of the triple toe being having both arms above the head. I like Vincent, but his skating doesn't quite move me yet. I say yet because I think he will grow into a better overall skater and become known for other aspects besides his jumps. He just needs time. Right now, his tech score is much higher than his program component marks. Will it be enough for him to earn an Olympic spot for the United States? I think it's going to be too close to call. Maybe. With Javier placing so low here, it seems unlikely that he will make the Grand Prix final unless something miraculous happens. It's unfortunate that he had the stomach flu this weekend. And then we also heard the announcement this weekend that the Grand Prix final will be without Patrick Chan, as he formally withdrew from NHK Trophy next weekend. And according to the press release from Skate Canada, it is to focus on training for nationals. So we all wish Patrick and Javier good luck for the remainder of the season. Okay, next up we have ice dance. Gabrielle Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron won the competition here, setting a new world record for the free dance. In my opinion, there was absolutely no question about it. No other dance team was going to come close to beating them. Their overall skating quality was just so superior compared to the rest of the field. They have established themselves as being a very elegant team with beautiful lines, as they are the two-time world champions. Their biggest criticism has been that their music choices and skating styles have been too similar in the last few seasons, which I agree with, but why change something that the judges reward? The Ed Sheeran melody was an interesting choice for the short dance, and I love some parts and I really don't love other parts of that short dance. They perform it well though, and I do love the costumes. It's very festive. Their Moonlight Sonata free dance was also beautiful. Again, nothing different that I've seen from them. It's going to be very interesting to see how the judges score them when they go head to head with Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir of Canada, and that will be at the Grand Prix final, most likely. Next up, I will discuss Madison Chalk and Evan Bates of the United States. Kudos to them for winning the silver medal here. However, it did not seem like the score was what they were looking for, because it seems so low, especially for the short dance. It is important to note that this is their first time competing this season, as they did not do any senior B competitions. If you want my opinion, I do love both of their programs. I think they could have been skated better. I don't think they were skated to their potential here. The music choices were spot on for me and my personal taste, but the skating just needs to be bigger and better. I don't know how to quite explain it, but there is something about this team that is keeping them from contending for a world medal. Let me know what your thoughts are, as I can't think of the specifics quite yet. I'm the person that knows least about ice dance, so I'm going to need some extra help here. I do think it's odd that sometimes I find myself focusing on Evan rather than Madison, and I think it's because Evan has slightly better skating skills and edge quality over Madison Chalk. With the performances we have seen from the top dance teams in America thus far, the competition at Nationals will be quite the event. I expect Madison Hubble and Zach Donahue to give them a run for their money and to fight for silver and even gold medal above the Shibutanis. That'll be interesting to watch. And the last discipline to discuss will be pairs. Wenjing Sui and Kong Han of China. I love them, I love them, I love them. The reigning world champions here are making a statement en route to contending for an Olympic gold medal later on this season. They had a moment for me in the short program, skated to Hallelujah. It was just so beautiful and so heartfelt. I will quote the British Eurosport guys when I say it seemed like it was an exhibition and almost like watching ice dance. What a performance. They were impressive both technically and artistically. The throw, triple flip, and Salchow left me breathless, along with the split quad twist in the free skate. Not only are their lifts difficult and amazing, but they are done so well. Great transitions into each element and easy dismounts down from the lifts. Sometimes I can't believe my eyes. Also from China, we have Cao Yu and Hao Zhang. I believe I butchered their names. I apologize. Who easily won the silver medal here. However, they were not in contention for gold at all. Their throws and lifts are one of the most impressive in the sport right now. Wow, those throws are massive. Cao Yu struggled on the solo jumps, but to be honest, had she had been clean on them, I just don't think they're on the same performance level as Sui and Han. I do like both their music choices though. Swan Lake for the short and Star Wars for the free program should be pretty popular with most audience members. And then the last pair I will discuss of this video will be Kirsten Moore-Towers and Michael Marinero from Canada. They were able to move up from 4th in the short program to winning the bronze medal here at their first competition in this Grand Prix season. We will see them again at Skate America. Their short program was edgy and different, but I wasn't a fan of the music choice as much. It's unfortunate that Kirsten had a step out of the side-by-side triple toes, but they do have an impressive throw triple loop, although it's not as big as Yuan Zhang's. The free skate was not perfect either, but very solid, very enjoyable actually. Choreography was very nice, nothing outstanding, but Kirsten and Michael are skating better as a team, and I'm very happy for them. The ultimate goal for them this season is to make the Olympic team, and they have a shot, but it will be difficult for Canada with 4 very good pair teams and only 3 spots. So that will be interesting to watch. Okay, I have finished everything I said, all of my thoughts, and it looks like I was successful at making this a shorter video. I discussed 4 disciplines, and we are coming up on 16 minutes. I won't do all videos like this, and in fact, I think next week I will have a guest. My friend Beth will join me to recap NHK Trophy, so that could be a longer one to make up for the short one, Cup of China today. But everyone, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next week. Thank you and goodbye.